6 months ago, I released a video that showed how I designed these 3D printed hooks to hold cabinets like this to a pegboard wall. And I printed them in PLA on a Prusa Core One. Everything seemed fine. But I had a lot of comments that said PLA hooks aren't going to hold up. So naturally, I had to do a follow-up video to see if they were right. So in this video, I'll show that project again for those that missed it. But if you did see it, you can fast forward. And I'm going to actually see how the PLA hooks held up after 4 months. And then I actually printed some PETG hooks, which many people suggested, and I compared PETG to the PLA. Which one's better? Stay to the end and find out right here at Filament Friday. Everything printed in this video is done on the Prusa Core One 3D printer, which was donated to this channel. I'm back here at my secondary electronics workbench in my basement, and I'm trying to hang some cabinets, but the holes for mounting them don't line up with the 1-inch holes in the pegboard, and I want to hang them there. So I had to come up with a 3D printed custom hook that'll go into the pegboard and hold this lip. My goal was to mount these storage cabinets on the pegboard without using screws like I show here. But the problem came up when I wanted to use the holes in the pegboard to mount the cabinets. The holes in my pegboard, like most pegboard, are 1 inch on center, or 1 inch from the center of one hole to the center of the next hole. But all my storage drawer mounting holes don't line up with a 1-inch center at all. Then I realized these plastic drawer cabinets have this frame around it. It's actually a lip that maybe I could hook onto and then into the pegboard. And here's the design I came up with in Tinkercad. It's a bunch of individual blocks with cutouts to make a double-sided hook, one for the cabinet and one for the holes in the pegboard. And it's 30 millimeters tall, 14.5 millimeters wide, and 5 millimeters thick. After my video was released, the HL Mod Tech channel showed you how you can use the sketch tool to make the clips maybe a little easier. So check that out if you want. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. I brought the file into Prusa Slicer. I made 10 of them. I sliced it at a 0.2 layer height, 15% infill. This should be strong enough. If I need it stronger, I'll reprint it with more walls. I'm scrolling through it in preview mode so you can see what's inside, but with the number of hooks that I can use, I don't think I need them super strong. I printed it on a Prusa Core One with just some PLA filament, and it did a great job. All 10 of them came out nice. They look really solid, really good, and I did 10 of them in 25 minutes, so that's about 2.5 minutes per hook. That is quick. And now the real test, does it fit? Well, yeah, it fits nicely. And then I can have multiple hooks to distribute the weight, so this is looking great. Now I did space the hooks at 25 millimeters so they would line up with holes. And also I checked the thickness of the pegboard to make sure it would go over the edge. And these things do. They slide down, go right over the edge of the pegboard hole. I measured the back of the open space. It's 15 inches on the longer one and a little bit less on the taller one. So I figured out every 5 inches I could put a hook, 3 for the taller one, 4 for the wider one. So I just counted out 5 holes, and then I pushed a hook into place. And these fit pretty tight, so once they're in, you can pull them back out, but they don't come out easily. So that's kind of nice, but it doesn't ruin the hole if I pull them back out. And each time I'd get them in, they'd slide right down, so I knew they were locking into the pegboard. Once I got 4 of them in place, then I was ready to hang the cabinet. And I could feel the cabinet slide right over and into the hooks. And then I could see the top of the hook at the top of the cabinet. Felt really, really solid. And this lower drawer is where there's a bunch of heavy circuit boards. Now the taller cabinet isn't as wide, so I only did 3 hooks, and it still seems to be holding just fine. This thing slid right onto the hooks just like the wider one did. I could feel it lock in, and it didn't feel like it was weak at all. I can always add more hooks, but these are actually probably a little heavier than the wider ones, and it's got a lot of circuit boards in it as well. So I'm happy with the design. I think they're working great. And I took off a couple drawers so I could see the hooks. It doesn't look like they're sagging in any way. These hooks seem to be holding it perfectly fine. This is how I hung the drawer cabinets. I still have a center section for tools. I may even try to use those hooks to figure out a way to hang my oscilloscope right there in the center. The design was easy to create in Tinkercad. It printed great and quick on the Prusa Core One. So here's another problem that I solved with 3D printing. So here I am back at the bench 4 months later. The cabinets are still hanging. The hooks are still holding. I haven't had anything break, anything fall. It doesn't really look like they're sagging, but let's see how the hooks look after 4 months. Now I did weigh these cabinets, and with all the stuff in them, they're all about 12 pounds. So it's about 12 pounds of weight hanging on 3 hooks. So let's take this one off and see how the hooks look. And none of them are broke. Let's see, let's look at this first one. And yeah, there's definitely some warping, some reshaping, I guess you could say sagging, just from the weight. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to put it down here. Now I did print some extra hooks. So I have virgin hooks, or I have hooks that have not hung anything. So I can compare this to the hooks coming off the top. And I'll do that right here. So let's pull the other hooks out and see what we got. The one on the left is a brand new hook, so you can compare it. And the other 3 are from the wall, and they all are showing deformation or sagging. So the PLA hooks did not hold up. I'm going to take the bottom one off as well and compare it to what the top hooks look like. So like I said, these are about 12 pounds each with everything inside of them. And here's the 3 hooks. I'll take these off to compare. On the upper one here, this one looked the worst. This was clearly holding most of the weight, and it deformed the most. This one, a little bit less. The middle one, hardly touched. So we'll see how this turns out. And here's the results. The top row of 3 is the upper cabinet. The bottom 3 are the lower cabinet. They look pretty much identical. The middle hook didn't have as much weight. The outer 2 clearly sagged and deformed about equally. So now I'm curious about these. These had 3 hooks, and these are slightly heavier cabinets, but they're not as wide, so I put 3. These are wider, not quite as heavy, but I used 4 hooks on these. So let's take a look at these. So I'm going to take the one on the end, which is typically the worst. Actually, I'm going to have to pry this out here. And it's definitely deformed. Let's take this one off. Not as bad. The center are not as bad. And then the last one. So here's all the hooks. The top row is the upper cabinet, the lower hooks are the bottom cabinet. One on the left, it's a brand new clip. They all look about the same. They sag just like the other cabinets did. So even though there's more hooks to hold more weight or spread it across 4 hooks, it didn't do anything different. The PLA just did not hold up. I mean, the cabinets didn't fall, but it just didn't hold up. So did the PLA hooks work? Yeah, it held the cabinets. Haven't had anything fall or drop or anything in 4 months. But clearly, the hooks are deforming. So PLA is not the best solution here, at least for the way my hooks are designed. Maybe if I made them beefier or 2 hooks per 2 holes per hook, then maybe it would handle a little better if I made things a little thicker, a little stronger. But what I'm going to do is stick with the same design now, and I'm going to print it in PETG. Here I am back in Prusa Slicer with the exact same design. The only difference is now I'm going to use PETG. Same settings, same infill, just PETG. And these print pretty fast. This is like 18 of them on the bed, total of 35 minutes. So this is quick and easy to do. Again, going to print it on a Prusa Core One, which I've printed a lot of PETG on this. In this case, I'm going to use Urban Gray PETG. And here's the result. The prints came out clean. No stringing, no issues whatsoever. The PETG hooks work just fine, just like the PLA. Just push them in the hole and push them down so the hooks grab on to the back of the pegboard, and there's hooks in front to hold the cabinet. So all that was fine. But what I did is I put PETG hooks on the top cabinets and PLA hooks on the bottom so I could test them side by side for the same length of time. I took those PETG clips that I printed and I hung this cabinet and this cabinet from those PETG clips. And the bottom 2 cabinets here I put brand new PLA clips. So they have the same amount of time, and I want to compare what they look like. Our the PETG clips better than the PLA. I've got the cabinets removed and I got the clips laying here next to each other and it's clear. Let me show you how much better PETG is. Here's the results after 1 month. The PETG clips or hooks, whatever you want to call them, apparently I changed the name, are perfect. They're straight. After 1 month, they look just like they were when they were new. The PLA, they deformed just like they did before, but it only took a month. Didn't take 4 months. They deformed after only 1 month of hanging. And now I've removed the cabinets over here where there were 4 hooks with PETG on top, PLA on the bottom, and it's the same story. Not as bad as the heavier cabinets with only 3 hooks. The 4 hooks spread the weight across a little better, but overall, I have to admit, PLA is good for a lot of things, but any kind of weight like this, even in a cold basement where it's really not under sunlight or heat or anything like that, PLA does not really hold up. Now, the cabinets didn't fall. It could have stayed that way for a long time, but you could see just by the way they're deformed, it wasn't the right material to use. So in the future, when I'm doing something like this, I'm definitely going to be using PETG a lot more. I've got all the cabinets back up in place with PETG hooks, so I really have no worries anymore. It's going to hold, and I'll check it again in 6 months. I've even got some extra new hooks in here. They're easy to print on the Prusa Core One, or any printer really, but the Prusa Core One does a great job. I print a lot of PETG on there. And this was a case where I wasn't even thinking it was that important. So in the end, it wasn't my design, it was just the material, and I don't have to go to a carbon fiber or something else. The PETG handled it just fine. I'll check it again in 6 months, but I'm comfortable with PETG. I want to give a big thank you to my Patreon supporters who make all this possible. Thank you for your support. So if you like what I'm doing here, maybe check out some of the other videos popping up. If you want to help support the channel, Patreon is the best way to do that. And if nothing else, click on the logo and subscribe. I'll see you next time right here. Thanks for watching.